Welcome to the Sistas Talk podcast. This is your host, Danny M. And today I have a special guest, Mr. Charles. Tell me what brand you're representing today.
How I'm doing out there, world. My name is Charles Wilcox. I go by the name of Donameche Wilcox, and I'm here to represent the Donameche clothing brand and the new female line that is on the way called Submissive in a store near you real soon. Y'all watch.
Okay, look, y'all catch that, ladies? He said a new female line, okay? He's not playing with y'all today. So can you tell us a little bit more about who you are? Tell us where you're from.
Originally born in Brooklyn, New York, but I'm a Houston to the bone. I mean, a Houstonian, I'm sorry, to the bone. I moved here as a kid, and I promise you, I have no recollection of New York. I'm all Houston, Texas.
So you love Houston. That's awesome.
I love the city. I love the city and the people in it, but like the sports, but the city, I love it.
Y'all heard that? I didn't say that. He said that. So Brooklyn is totally different from Houston.
I'm from the Bedford-Stuyvesant area. Yeah, you know.
Really?
The old Bed-Stuy do or die around the corner from Marcy Projects type deal. Yeah.
Yeah. I went there one time. It was beautiful. Everything about New York is just beautiful, especially that Manhattan. Huh? Go ahead.
You must have went recently.
No. I went. Well, it was in 2009. It wasn't too recent. Yeah, it was in the last 10 years. I mean, it was beautiful when I went. We stayed in Manhattan. We walked the Brooklyn Bridge. We went a few areas in Brooklyn. It wasn't bad. We even went to Harlem because we went to go to the Apollo.
Oh, okay.
So Harlem reminded me a little bit of Oak Cliff. South Dallas. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Bun-Ton, all that. Yeah. I mean, and I wasn't scared. So it's just like, I didn't see what the problem was.
Nah, a lot's changed there. But it's a good, I tell people it's the city that never sleeps, man, for real.
That's facts. You know, I want to go back because y'all have areas down there where you can party underground and y'all have mansion parties in the condominium stuff. I didn't get a chance to do all that. So I want to check that out when I go back.
Right.
That's what's up. So H-Town, he giving y'all straight love. Like
that's what it is right there, baby. Right there.
Yeah. Brooklyn gonna be mad at you.
They're gonna be real mad.
That's all right, man. Okay, so look, we're gonna jump right into these questions because I want to know all about your brand. I want to know what inspired you. Like, tell me where that spark entered your mind and in your heart that said, you know what? I want to own my own clothing line. Tell us a little bit about that.
I tell you, the spark actually came from New York. So Brooklyn, big shout out, y'all. You know, if you being in New York, have visited there. I know you saw like some fashion. You was like, dang, that's kind of different. You know, New York is a very wild, flashy, boisterous. You know, sometimes rude, but you know we mean well. You know what I mean? But fashion though, we all love to dress. I mean, and the whole part about me getting my own was I wanted to have something like to say like, man, this is me. You know what I mean? Like, damn. You know, so that's what the Donameche brand. I mean, the Donameche brand. That was me. That was my introduction into the clothing game. Me saying, okay, I'm gonna give the world a piece of me in my fashion and see how many people who really say they like how I dress. How many of them gonna be like wanting to dress like me? You know,
right.
So that's where that came from. And the whole submissive line, the female line, that came from me like looking at women and being like, man, just appreciate the beauty in all of y'all and saying like, wow, I could if she would have just, because I've always been out somewhere and seen a woman dress something, be like, damn, she's good or she's nice, but if she just done this or she just done that, so like, bam, that was me just taking myself and saying, let me put that little finishing touches on you ladies. And could I say one thing too? Submissive. Ladies, please don't take that the wrong way. Because, you know, I had somebody ask me, submissive? Oh, Lord, that's so male chauvinistic. No, it's not. It's not. It has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with being submissive.
I actually think it's sexy.
Man, see, that's why that's why
we right here for sure. I think it's sexy. When I first heard, I was like, okay, that's wild. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. So both the names of my clothing line, they both have, like I said, they both have meaning. You know, Donameche, that's my middle name. You know what I mean? So That's
that's a very expensive name, right?
It's very expensive.
I'm serious. That's what, like, when I first heard, I was like, wait a minute, is he already popping, right? Like, I'm seriously, like, I was like, that's like, I feel like a shirt would cost like $900.
Don't worry. Don't worry. That's coming sooner or later.
Yeah, exactly. Let's speak that into existence for real.
That's coming sooner or later. Coming sooner or later. But yeah, so that's where the whole spark was started. Just me wanting to put my touches on the fashion world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Picasso, I want to do my painting.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you remind me of somebody who just wants to consult and it always improve things. So you improve things through your art of clothing. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So let me ask you, how did you come up with your creative design work? Like down to the logo, up to like the style of clothing and dress.
Okay, so with the submissive, as you can see, this is the first logo, ladies. So, and when you see this logo, just know that you'll probably see 100 more, because if anybody who follows the Donameche brand, I've changed this logo probably like 7, 8 times. But every 2 or 3 years, I get bored with it. But it's something about this logo here, the latest one. It's like 2.5.
Put it down so we can see just for a second.
There you go.
Okay. All right. That's the one I see in the background as well. Okay.
Yeah, right there. That's that one. That one there is kind of like it won't go away. And it's like every time I go to I tried to change it within the last year, and I was like, nah, I'm going back to that. You know what I mean? I love this one. You know what I mean? And each and every one I've personally done myself, except one.
Okay.
The second one I didn't hire somebody. It was a classmate of mine. He was like, man, I want to do something to that logo. I was like, go ahead. And I rocked with it for 2 years. But then again, I'm so hands-on with stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of think I'm like a fashion Nazi. I want to be hands-on with my stuff. So it's like, So,
I mean, it's your stuff. You should be. That's good. Yeah.
But what it is with Donna, I think with the submissive, I'll be more looser. But with Donameche is because that's my baby and that's my name. I don't want my name to be associated with nothing that's like,
That's not great. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Look, you got the right exact mindset for what you're doing. That is your baby. You got to protect it. You know what I'm saying?
My only son, man, for real.
My only son. So look, let me ask you, who's one of your major influencers? And it could be from any area. It could be in the clothing industry, music, life.
I will tell you this here. When it comes to influences, believe it or not, Puff, I don't know a lot about him. I love what he does with music, but I just love how whatever dude touches, it's like, man, it's gonna
bring it to life.
It's gonna get out there. It's gonna get out there. And just think about, Puff with the music. Just think about it. Puffy, like, people don't really know it, but Puffy probably like 50-something years old, and he's still talking about, I thought I told you we won't stop.
Yeah, exactly. And it still resonates with us.
Yeah. Yeah. And what I noticed about him too, I like how Puff always, you ever notice like the new hot artist, Puff will go just jump on the song with that person. If he like you, he gonna jump. So I kind of like want to get myself in the game to where the other people that's up under me, like, that are doing this stuff. Hey, man, come on, let's collab on some more. I give ideas. Right. I run into people all the time when I'm out at, because a lot of us clothing line people, we go to the same places and stuff, and I see them, and they'll tell you, they'll be like, any information they ask me, man, I'm willing to give it to them, because nobody gave me. A lot of people didn't give me information, man. A lot of people kept me in the dark, man.
I see.
And the few people that did give me the information, man, I'm so close to them, man. You just don't know. I keep them like, I treat them like family. And they be like, man, why you so?
Yeah.
You gave me something, man, and that I've been looking for years, man.
Right. That means something. That says a lot. I'm glad you pointed that out. That it's important that as entrepreneurs that we share what we know with other entrepreneurs that's trying to get to the same place that we're trying to go. I mean, it just only makes sense. Like, whatever your purpose is in life, the whole purpose of you living is for you to share your purpose.
I mean, not only that, I've always looked at it like this here. we're all doing the same thing, right? But your mind is not my mind. So we can set up a store. It's kind of like Macy's, Bergdorf Goldman, and Saks. They all set up right next to each other, but they're all still making money. You know what I mean? It's like it's all about your mind and what you want to cater to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know what I cater to. A lot of people ain't gonna cater to. I mean, I look at my stuff. Like a lot of people that do fashion, they want to make a bunch of. Oh, I want to see my stuff. Like for instance, a lot of people will make this hat. They'll make a ton of them.
Yeah.
See me, I'm more boutique style. I may want to make like 20 of these or 30 of these. So when somebody got this, they know that if they go somewhere, man, nobody else may even have.
They're not gonna find it. That's right.
Yeah, I'm more about the uniqueness of the clothing. You know what I mean? And keeping everything more like, dang man, where'd you get that from? Now, I love when people are like, man, where'd you get that?
You want to be more of an inspired brand. You don't want to be a typical like, oh, I can get this from Target or I can find it wherever. Yeah.
Hence to what you just said earlier. That's why I was like, boy, she just gave me the greatest confirmation. You didn't even know when you said, man, that's an expensive name. Well, yeah, in a minute when that name gets to the point where I just be like, okay, hey, he done this here. Okay, well, hey, do you want me to close the mold on this right here?
Yeah. Listen, I'm telling you, from the day I met you at the event, I said, Donameche, I was really asking myself, like, this sounds so expensive already. I'm telling you the truth. That's the first thing I thought about you. So let's speak that into existence. Seriously.
Don't make me cry, man. We're doing the interview here, man.
All right, listen. Hey, we real talk over here. Sistas talk is always real talk. I'm telling you. And I speak from my soul. I don't just give you any jive, you know.
Yes, they are, man. Yes, they are, for real.
Yes, so let me ask you, how long did it take you to get your line off the ground? Because are you doing this by yourself? Do you have a team of people? Like, how does this work?
As far as the muscle and the grunt work, yeah, that's all me. That's all me by myself. I sometimes, I use other people, like as far as with the, how can I put it, like the decision making. And what I mean by the decision making, I mean like sometimes, you go up when you're stepping out there on faith a lot, you know what I mean? You just need that extra inspiration. So it's like I got a panel. It's what's so crazy though, they don't even know they're my panel.
Yeah.
They just know I'm gonna call them and talk business with them, but like I'm gonna run it by 5 people. And when I run it by these 5 people, that's really my vote right there. Those 5 and my 5, so it's like 6. So it can actually be an even vote sometimes. So so I may have to go back and ask them all again. And if one of their answers change, that's where the vote goes. But they don't even know they're my panel. They don't even know they're my panel. That's the crazy part about it. But they do know that I value what they say though. So So when they see this video, they're gonna be like, this Negro got me on his panel.
And I didn't even know it.
I didn't even know it.
That's how you do it though. That's smart. That's really smart actually. I need to form me a panel. Yeah, okay, so what'd you say?
I don't want to put the pressure on them or them having to think like, oh man, I'm making a decision.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's smart, because they'll give you everything you need freely with no stress. That's perfect. So what were your major challenges though, getting your line off the ground and really getting it going? Or did you not see any at all? Did you just go full steam ahead?
Well, the one thing always is money. And then you step in, and then a lot of times you step in the way of your own self, like, man, are they gonna like this? You in your mind, before you get to actually doing it, you're like, man, they're gonna love this stuff. Then when you get in the midst of it, you'll be like, if anything don't go like you wanted to, like it gets shook up, and you be like, oh Lord, what have I done? And then you'd be like, hold on, man, you gotta grab yourself, grab a hold of yourself and slap yourself around a little bit. But like, just my thought process got in the way a lot. Money sometime, and then just me listening too much to what other people besides my panel was saying. You know what I mean? Because to be honest with you, the people I chose them because a lot of them for one reason, because man, they were like people who would like give me the real. I mean, like even when I thought I was doing something wrong, they were like, dude, you tripping. Like, what else could you do to that? So, it's like, So just standing, stepping out on faith, man, stepping out on faith. That was the biggest challenge for me, really, honestly.
I think, yeah, and that's good you pointed that out. That's for most people, right? Some people walking around with billion-dollar ideas and they're just afraid to step out on faith, or number two, they don't have the money, or so they believe they can't obtain enough money to get the idea rolling.
And let me say this too, because I said money, but I want to get it. I want to make this clear to everybody that's doing something like any kind of entrepreneurship. Don't ever. When I say ever, never. They say never say never. No, with this, don't never let money be the reason. Even if you don't have the money, still make moves and action as if it's all the money is there. And I promise you, as long as you keep making actions and you keep moving, people you got people maybe think, oh, he's faking a fraud. No, you're just speaking. You're actually claiming. You're actually summoning the universe to give you the resources that you need.
Yes.
I've noticed that money's never stopped me once I moved like that. Once I started moving like that. But as long as I got to thinking like, dang, how I'm gonna pay for this, man, that's. So now when I do stuff, I'll do it. Even if it may take me some time for the actual materialization of what I'm trying to do to get done. But hey, man,
yeah.
I still move like.
But you got started. That's right. You got to just do it. That's the thing that we talk about that all the time. Like, don't just have an idea and never act on it. You have to execute.
Right.
And I don't care how, like you said, you might not execute the whole entire idea, but if you just did step one, and it might take you 5 months to do step 2, but keep moving. It's like Finding Nemo. Just keep swimming. Keep swimming. You got to keep swimming.
The snowball effect. Remember when we used to watch cartoons? Snowballs start at the mountain, it'd be small, then as it keep rolling down, it get bigger and bigger and bigger.
That's right. Yeah.
That's what you do. That's all you're doing, man. So all you entrepreneurs, snowball effect. Remember that. That's what you do.
That's right. So let me ask you this. You already told us that you have a co-ed line. I want to know what inspired you to eventually say, I know you said earlier that you see women walk by and you're like, if she just had this, or she just had that. What year did that happen? What year did you say, I want to open up a female line version of my Donameche?
2 years ago.
Okay.
2 years ago, 2018. It's crazy. Majority of my, believe it or not, the Donameche line is a lot of people think it's a male-driven line. It's a unisex line.
It sounds unisex to me.
Yeah, it's a unisex line, but at the same time, believe it or not, 90% of the sales are women.
Really?
90% of the sales are women, and so it was like, you know what? I'm gonna take Donameche and I'm gonna keep that, and I'm gonna let it get a full head of steam, and then I'm gonna let it coast for a minute. While it's coasting, I'm gonna start letting energy spark for eventually what the female line, because actually the female line name was something else.
Okay.
It was something else first, and then.
So it wasn't submissive at first.
No, submissive, and like the name submissive came to me. The first name came to me just like on an epiphany. I was just sitting down. I knew I wanted to do a female line, and I was actually watching the New Edition story, and the guy who's supposed to be playing Maurice Starr in the movie, and the little kid that was supposed to be playing Ralph Tresvant, told him, he said, "Man, you got that." He was trying to get him to leave the group. And he told him, he said, "Man, you got that je ne sais quoi." And I was like, "Man, that's my female line name, je ne sais quoi." When I heard that name, if you to see how it just resonated through me and it just made me feel, I was like, and at the time the chick I was dating, she was like, "What?" I was like, "Je ne sais quoi, that's it." I jumped up and she was like, I said, "That's the name." Yeah. So I said, I'm gonna be hush hush about it. I ain't gonna say nothing because I don't want nobody to steal my line, my name, or nothing like this. I was crying.
Right. Yeah.
I was so proud about this. And girl, when I tell you that, when I finally went to searching and I found out that name was taken.
Oh, you were hurt.
Like somebody hit me in the back of the head with a shovel, man. For real. I was like, I walked around all day. My partners was looking at me like, "Dude, what's wrong with you?" I was like, man, I feel like
like your puppy died. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's real. You know what I mean? So I was like, dang, I went and so I even went so far as like maybe I could spell it different. I was like, nah, it
You
just
just
ain't
had to
it.
let it go. Yeah. Yeah.
I went on my social medias. I reached out to people, all my followers, and be like, yo, coming up with a name. Everybody was coming up with these nice names. I was like, man, they good, but that ain't for me. And
Right.
I'm gonna tell you what made it pop out of me. I did a shirt on under the Donameche brand that had a woman with her arms tied up in the back, and I wrote submissive through there. And it popped up as a memory to me about like about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And when it popped up, I just hit share. I shared it again because I know a few females who bought that shirt from me. So when I did that, my brother, shout out to Lester Spriggs, I said I got to give him his credit for real. He said, so that's the name of the line. I love it. And when he said that, I just felt all good again, like that night when I found
it. Like that's the one.
Yeah, and I was like, that's not it, bro. He's like, yeah, that's it. He said, and God told me to tell you that. And I was like, okay. And when he said that, and I got off the phone with him, and I was like, man, I feel so good about this. And when I did it, I immediately, without even thinking, I had already had like the interview for it and everything, why I chose this name and what does it mean. I had like a whole storyline with it within 5 minutes, and I was like, yeah, this has got to be this has got to be it. And I saw it, and I was like, and when I ran across a few people and they said submissive, they was like, whoa, that's like, and these are people that I looked up to as far as females on how they dress. They was like, man, that's it, bro. That's it.
Look at that. Wow, that's a very interesting and successful story already. I'm glad I'm interviewing you first on Sistascwt podcast.
And I promise you're gonna be my official interviewer no matter how big I get in life.
Awesome. Listen, I'll take that. Thank you. I received that. So let me ask you, we're talking about your clothing line. Do you sell shoes as well?
The shoes. Let me tell you about the shoes.
Okay.
I did a collaboration with a shoe company that's in Italy called Alive.
Okay.
They actually, Master P just did a joint venture with him not too long ago with the shoes he just bought out. So basically what they do is they make the shoe for you, they ship it to the customer for you. You just actually design the shoe, name the shoe, or whatever. Well, here's the thing what happened with that. One, I feel like because the shoes weren't on deck, I didn't sell as many.
Okay.
Two, trying to convince our people that to
we
pay.
got the message. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That even though it isn't Gucci or Louis, this is the same quality at a cheaper price. You know, because it's the shoe is actually handmade in Italy. I have to wait.
I think I've seen these shoes that you're talking about too. I know you guys can design them however you want, but I know exactly the program you're talking about.
Right. So for instance, like when people I ended up buying me like 3 or 4 pair, you know, and when I rocked them, people was like, man, those are hot. You know? And you know, so people was like, well, what they cost? Like $50, $60. I was like, nah, this is real Italian leather, you know. $250.
I was gonna say slap a couple $100 on that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But and then one was like, well, let me see it. He put it in his hand. I'm like, look, dude, I said the same Gucci, Louis, same Italian leather. The shoe, it takes the shoe 2 weeks to get to you.
Okay.
And it's a process of running it down. They'll tell you the process, like, okay, the sole maker has your sole right now. It's like it goes from person to person, and I'm getting emails and alerts on your shoe. So if you were to order some, and you ask me about it, I could tell you, be like, well, when mine's coming? I'll be like, well, hey D, well, listen, they're just working on the sole right now, then the upper part of the shoe right now. So it's gonna be like another week for them to do this, and then for the
that's cool. You have real time tracking. Yeah.
Real time tracking with it, and it was like I don't know. It just, I'm coming back with it though. Because I don't like to fail at nothing, and especially not a business that I'm still in. So it's like,
and not only that, tennis shoes are popular. As you can see, like in Atlanta, they were willing to stand outside just to stand in line for Jordans. Did you read about that?
Exactly.
So come on, like this, I mean, that's where the money is for sure.
So yeah,
for sure.
So just because you said I need to do it again, we're gonna do this again one more. We're gonna do this one more.
I think so. Yeah.
We're gonna do it one more again. So yeah, I did that. I did it, but it wasn't successful. But I'm coming back with that. How about that?
There you go, with a vengeance.
With vengeance. Y'all look for that.
And speaking of new projects, what should we expect from you this year or next year out of your clothing line that's different?
Well, this year, from here on out for the rest of the year, Donameche is gonna come out with the summer clothes as usual and the fall line. But the big thing is the sister brand. Right now, everything is taking a submissive. We're submissive all the way out the rest of this year, and hopefully next year this time, the Donameche submissive boutique store will be open. That's awesome. The plan.
All right. Speaking into existence, I'm excited. I'll be the first one in line, ready to do video footage and to buy some clothes.
Matter of fact, you ain't gonna even have to wait in line. You're gonna get VIP service.
Oh, look at God. Look at how God's working.
You know how they do the rich folks. You come in through the back door, man. You know, if it's a line out there, hey, just roll around the back, man. Pull up on me, man.
I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you. Listen, the most important question I have for you is tell people how they can buy your products. Where do they go? Where do they find you on social media? How can they follow the content so they'll know when you have new products, you know, your new submissive line, when it's ready and available for purchase? Let them know.
Okay, cool. The first place you can go is I'm a big social media. And all you new entrepreneurs, please do not sleep on Facebook and Instagram. I make a living off of them. So yeah, I'm on Facebook under the Donameche Apparel. That's DONAMECHE Apparel. Or you can catch me on my personal page, c.donameche Wilcox. And that's Facebook. And on Instagram, you can catch me at DONAMECHEAPPAREL. Or you can catch me on my personal line at Charlie the Hustler. Hustlers with an A, not with an ER and an N. The actual Donameche clothing line website is getting rebuilt at the moment, because we're going to do something to accommodate our new sister line. So we're under construction right now. So I'm gonna give it to y'all. Y'all can hold on to it. So one day when I say go hit it up, y'all can go. It's www.donamecheclothing.com. You can go check that out. Y'all can check that out. And in a minute, the commercials are coming. The commercials coming, and the fashion show is coming.
Ooh, that's what I'm excited about. Come on now.
So we're gonna we got a few.
I want to be there. You just let me know.
Don't worry, you gotta be there, because you gotta be the media. You the media mogul. The media mogul gotta be there, man.
I'm excited. Okay.
So that's all coming, and I promise y'all, before any other big events happen again, I promise y'all, I will definitely come back to the Sister Circle and drop it here first. Y'all will get the bomb. Like Flex dropped the bomb on New York, I'm gonna let you drop the bomb on the rest of the media world when it comes. Oh, awesome. and before we end anything, I gotta let you know. Listen, as promised, even though we COVID-19, bam, here's your hat that I got for you. It's coming.
Thank you. I'm excited. I love pink. I love blue too. Perfect colors together. I love it.
It's gonna have a shirt. It's gonna have a pink shirt with the submissive logo in blue on it. So I got this for you, and I appreciate you, man. I mean,
don't make me cry. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm so excited for you. I'm excited. I'm excited for my hat too. Not gonna lie. Thank you. But you know what? This was a great interview. Thank you so much for being a guest on my show today. I really enjoy listening to your journey, because it's one that needs to be told more often to new and upcoming entrepreneurs. You really dropped a lot of gems today. So I know that people are going to see this, and they're not only going to go buy clothing and hats and different materials from your clothing line on your website or through your social media, but they're also going to gain some insight on how to keep going even when things look tough, you know, even when, you know, starting your businesses seems challenging, especially now with this COVID-19 going on. Like, I just really feel like you have motivated people in ways that you don't know yet. But, you know, guys, learn something from this expensive brand, Donameche, because I'm telling you, I know you're gonna get comments. People are gonna be like, "Yeah, man, it sounds like on the level of Versace." You see what I'm saying? Like, it's
about, man.
Like you're going places for sure. So again,
respect for real.
For sure, for sure. Thank you so much again. And thank you guys for tuning in to Sistas Talk Podcast. If you have any questions, make sure to hit him up on his social media. If you have questions for me, make sure you go to www.sistastalk.org. And until we meet again, you guys have a blessed evening. Stay safe, stay home, stay smart. Have a blessed one.
Take it easy, y'all.
If you liked the video you just watched, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications for the Sistas Talk Podcast.